All right, good evening. Tonight we're going to talk about deforestation. It is not much for its beauty that makes a claim upon men's hearts, as for that subtle something, that quality of air that emanates from old trees, that is wonderfully changes and renews a weary spirit. Robert Louis Stevenson said that. Please put that next slide up. As you can see, pretty forest, right? It's nice and pretty. That's what Robert Louis Stevenson's talking about. Tonight we're going to talk about deforestation, the destruction of our forests. And we're going to do it on a local overview tonight. I'm going to talk about, first I'm going to define it for you. And then we're going to talk about, excuse me, we're going to talk about some main methods and causes of deforestation. And then and we'll get a little bit more into that, and then we'll be done for the night. Excuse me. All right. I grew up in Colorado, as most of y'all know, and grew up in the mountains of Colorado where there's lots of beautiful forests. Here in southern Georgia, y'all are surrounded by more beautiful forests, correct? Right? So we've all seen beautiful forests, we've all grown up around them. Another thing that I've seen in my travels, especially while I was in the Marine Corps, was the destruction of our forests, or deforestation as it goes. So we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. The first thing I need to do is define what deforestation is. Next slide, please. Basically, what the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization says deforestation is the non-temporary changing of the forest use to another use, or the loss of forest cover more than 10%. Does that make sense? Good. All right. So basically, what that means, and that's a picture right there of what they're talking about. If you notice, the trees in the background were the same as the ones from the before. And that's what happens when man comes in and does what we do. So that's an example of what deforestation is. To me, like I said, after being in the Marine Corps, something like that looks like a war zone. It looks like the aftermath. If anybody's ever seen an old war movie, something like that, especially like a World War I movie, the forests in France looked a lot like that after the war was done. All right, and on a more local level, from here, if you look across the street, it looks like the same thing, doesn't it? All right, one of the main methods of deforestation is clear cutting and burning. Burning is not done so much in the U.S. We got strong EPA laws that they don't like to see all that smoke up in the air and things like that. So here in the U.S. we do clear cutting, which is we just cut it all down and we leave it there, as the pictures have shown you. Another, excuse me. Like I said, burning not so much used here. Okay, some of the causes of deforestation, some of the reasons we do what we do are urban sprawl. We got to clear the land to put cities and towns up. Another thing is grazing for cattle or agriculture. Farmers got to clear land to plant crops and things like that. And here in Georgia, we do it for profit. The profit comes from our timber, it comes from wood pulp, and mostly from paper. According to the Georgia Forestry Commission, the pulp and paper industry continues to dominate the forestry industry. Of the forestry industry, of everything that's done in the forest for making furniture or just having wood around for construction, things like that, pulp and paper make up 65% of that. All right, and the reason for that is, the reason our people do that is for compensation. According to the Forestry Commission, compensation wages and salaries for workers. Last year, 2014, they earned $3.5 billion. That was just wages. That's not profit that the companies got. Which the impact on our economy, on the Georgia economy, was $32.2 billion last year, or in 2015, which is a 12% increase from 2014. So as you can see, one of the biggest reasons we do this, that people do what they've done for this, is for profit. Now, some of the negative impacts that clear cutting or deforestation has on our environment as it is. And one, like I said earlier, it's an eyesore, and they look like war zones unless they're cleaned up, replanted, or used. But if they're just left like a lot of them around here are, it's an eyesore. It's bad for tourism too. Other problems, we got erosion. Excuse me. As you can tell, when they cut roads in to get to these logs and things like that, the roads erode with rain, moisture, things like that. Now, as far as erosion goes, the Department of Environmental Protection of the Georgia Department of Natural Resources, basically Georgia's EPA, they have estimated as of 2002, which is the latest facts I can find, they haven't done a study since then, sediment is clogging up approximately 1,300 miles of Georgia waterways. So they've said that this sediment pollutes the water. It messes up habitats for fish and things like that, and it just makes the water go everywhere. And that's all sediment from roads being cut in, and when it's clear cut, then the topsoil is lost, so that's more erosion. Please, next slide, please, thank you. That's some more what clear cutting looks like. And both of those, back up one. Thank you. Both of those pictures from across the street. And that's without me going trespassing on their land, because they got big signs. And I'm gonna break the walls. So, lastly, we got one of the other causes, one of the other impacts on the environment, next slide, is habitat. Basically, where's Bambi, Thumper, and all her friends gonna live? As we see around here, how many people around here drive at night really, really fast and don't worry about hitting a deer? Because deer are running from habitat to habitat, looking for food, looking for water. They're running across the roadways, things like that. So like I said, when we cut all these forests down, we're destroying the habitat for the animals. And it's, like I said, it's not just deer, it's all animals. So in conclusion, tonight I've defined deforestation for you, gave you the UN, FAO's definition of deforestation. There are others, but that's the one that made more sense to me than any others I've seen. We've also gone over the main causes and the negative impacts and methods of deforestation tonight. And I want to end here with a quote from, of all people in the world, Dr. Seuss, from the movie or his book, The Lorax. I speak for the trees, for they have no tongues. Good night.